This has to be the hardest rebuild challenge in all of Madden franchise, because today we're gonna try to rebuild a 0 overall team. Y'all have been asking me to do this a lot lately, so today, as a thank you for 10,000 subscribers, I'm gonna grant y'all's wish. But super quick before we get into this, I'm gonna keep this super quick. We've been doing very well with all the like goals lately, and for this special video, let's see if we can get to 1,500 likes. If you like the video, we'll easily hit that. I mean, if everyone liked this video, we would get to like 15,000 likes. So take the like 2 seconds. It's a super free and easy way to support the channel. I would very much appreciate it. And if you want to be an OG of the channel while you still can be one, be sure to subscribe. Of course, again, big thank you for 10,000 subscribers. I still can't really wrap my mind around that, but I'm gonna set a crazy goal. I thought 10K was a crazy goal by the end of the year, but we hit it by July. So I'm curious if we can get to 50K by the end of the year. If you know anyone that would enjoy these type of videos, be sure to let them know about them, because all I post are banger rebuilds just like this one. And of course, subscribe yourself if you're not already, because again, all I post are banger rebuilds. And once we get to 15K, I'll have another very special rebuild, because I know y'all always love these. But very last thing, my upload schedule is weird for like the next month or so, so be sure to turn on notifications so you can be one of the first people to see my videos and to make sure you never miss one. But that's enough plugging. I'm so excited to get into this. So let me just talk a tiny bit about what we're gonna do. This is obviously the worst team you could possibly have, a 0 overall team. All these players' stats are a complete 0, and I don't know how they're 12 overall, yet the team overall is still 0. I don't really understand that, but fair enough. But we're gonna treat this like a regular rebuild. We are just massively shooting ourselves in the foot to begin with. It's gonna be very difficult, but I want to see how good we can make this team in, say, 4 or 5 years. And I did, of course, create the greatest coach of all time's son, Mikey McDingle, to play QB. I'm very mature, so I give him number 69, 6'9", 369 pounds. Again, I'm like super mature. Maturity levels off the chart. Also, somehow he looks older than the actual Mikey McDingle. And something I did to make this harder is other teams can sign our former players. I thought that would be a fun twist. Instead of making, you know, these good players 0 overall, let's give our opponents an opportunity to get much better by adding some of our former players. So with that, get a drink, get a snack, get whatever. This is gonna be a very fun and hopefully very hard one. I need a good challenge, you know what I mean? And without further ado, let's get into this rebuild. And there isn't gonna be much to do this first year, so let's just get straight to the end of the year, and let's hope this team goes 0-17. I would be concerned if this team could win a game, but it wouldn't surprise me with how dog shit Madden Sim is. Okay, thankfully we do go 0-17. The stats are kind of crazy. I guess it doesn't show 0 for offensive points per game, it just shows nothing in number 32. I love the negative 27.2 rushing yards per game. Surprisingly, we had passing yards, 56 per game, and then we allowed almost 93 points per game on defense. Not great, believe it or not. Mikey McDingle Mikey McDingle Jr., I should say, with a deadly 959 yards. That's more than I thought he would get. 0 passing touchdowns, 42 picks. Someone actually had positive rushing yards. Mekhi Sargent with negative 328. Let's go. Holy shit, 61 sacks allowed from Martez Ivy. Good season. So I'm guessing the NFL MVP is going to be someone that played against us. It's going to be like probably like Brock Purdy, or I don't even know if the 49ers start Brock Purdy. It might be Trey Lance. No, it's Jalen Hurts. Never mind. Really? Kyler's up there, but that's our only division rival. It goes to Jalen Hurts. Offensive player of the year goes to Alvin Kamara. Christian McCaffrey up there at number 3. Cooper Kupp on the Vikings up there. Hold on, this might sound crazy. I wonder if we had someone up here for best linebacker. Okay, no. The reason I was thinking that is because we got a lot of tackles from being on the field so goddamn much, because our offense was just throwing picks immediately. I'm surprised with 0 like everything they can even make a tackle. Oh, they have this weird glitch where it gives them plus 253 zone coverage. That's been around for probably 7 years at this point, and they still haven't fixed it. That's great. I don't even know if that plays an effect, but it's interesting. So not much else to say about this first year other than then, you know, we got what we deserved for having a 0 overall team. I want to see what the worst we got beat by was and like what the closest game was. So our closest game was with the Chiefs of all team. Why wouldn't it be? We get beat 70-0. That's not even that bad of an ass kicking. I mean, it's obviously terrible, but our players are essentially laying down on the field, or at least they should be because they're a 0 overall. And then our worst ass kicking was 126-0 by the Falcons of all teams. Okay. So in other words, we did very well. What can I say? We should have been a playoff team. But this is where this rebuild gets very interesting. The Chiefs beat the Packers 28-17 in the Super Bowl, but we're going to head into the offseason and we will actually try to, you know, upgrade this team. It looks like we signed some practice squad players apparently. My king, Max Borghi. Let's fucking go. We had 2 dev-ups. Justin Hilliard, is that who this is? Yeah, Justin Hilliard and Warren McManus. I don't know if that's his name. No, Winton McManus, for having a shit ton of tackles. Unfortunately, you can't spend upgrades when they're a 12 overall. Not enough skill points to purchase this bucket. Why the fuck do they call it a bucket? I think I remember like watching RBT do this like 7 years ago and him turning that into a whole joke. I don't know. Either way, let's see what we can do in the off season. So we have some elite players here to re-sign. Oh, I guess I cheated. I guess our kicker and punter were a 37 and a 28 overall. Sorry guys, I cheated. Oh, I do want Mikey McDingle Jr. back. 3 years, 1.1 mil per year. He doesn't accept it. I hate to break it to you, but I don't think you're getting anywhere near that contract offered to you in free agency, even with Superstar Dev. Which, fun fact, Mikey McDingle is JJ Watt. That's why he has Superstar Dev. I just moved him to QB to retire him pretty much, but then I just repurposed him and turned him into Mikey McDingle for this rebuild. So fun fact there. Mikey McDingle is JJ Watt in disguise. I'll try to get him back though. In free agency though, there aren't the best players. Normally there are even better players than this, and normally year 1 in free agency is weak to begin with. So this isn't great. We'll say that. I'll look through here and we'll see if there's like anybody worth signing. Because you gotta remember, there are still like 3 more years of this to go. We can find better players in the future seasons. Okay, I don't want to be boring, so we're gonna go harder than I expected to go to start off this rebuild. We're gonna go for Michael Thomas, Jadeveon Clowney, who is normally very good in this game. I got him in the last rebuild and he was dog shit. Hopefully that doesn't happen again though. Jabril Peppers, Leighton Vander Esch, and Mike Hughes, who has Superstar Dev for some reason, so we'll take that. But there's no guarantee we get all these players. We do have the lead for Michael Thomas, Jadeveon Clowney, and Mike Hughes, but we're only tied for the lead for Jabril Peppers and Leighton Vander Esch. So we might get like one of those 2, but I'm hoping we do get the other 3 I named before. But this would be a pretty good group of players to add. Like, these are all players that I could see being here for the entirety of this rebuild. So with that, let's see if we can sign any of these players. Literally all of them sign, which makes sense. All of them had green interest offers. Let's see how many of them we got. I'm gonna guess 3 or 4. So we get Michael Thomas, we get Jadeveon Clowney, we get Leighton Vander Esch, and we get Mike Hughes. We don't get Jabril Peppers, but that's fine. We can find a safety at another point in this rebuild. Maybe even one that would end up being better eventually. All right, in 5 boring offers here, we're just going high or low risk, high reward. Kayla Von Chason, Chandler Zavala, who got cut for some reason. We're gonna bring Steve Avila back, Verone McKinley, and Isaiah Wilson of all players, who got suspended in real life while not even on a team. So that's a sign of high character there. He's an amazing person. But let's see if any of these players sign. All of them sign, and it looks like we do get all 5. So that's just to fill out the roster. None of them were expensive, obviously, but they should be hopefully better than the literal 0 overall players we had. So regardless, it should be an upgrade. I would hope, at the very least. So with that, let's get to the draft, and we have some serious roster filling to do. And trust me, I know about filling. I spend a lot of time with your mother. I'm sorry. But here we are in the draft, and I had to trade back for our first round pick because the Lions still had it here, because obviously these are the picks from last year, because this, you know why, I don't have to explain it all. Madden's just dumb. But obviously here, I want to take a QB, and thankfully we have all of these top guys fully scouted. Are there any like random steals at QB? No. It looks like the best one is Kerry Parker though, out of Boise State. Good combine, well, fine combine. It actually wasn't that good. He has great throw power though, which is cool. You know, he doesn't look amazing, low-key, but apparently he's a top 5 talent in the class. He's also 5'11" though. He doesn't, dude, if I didn't know this guy was a top 5 talent, I probably wouldn't take him. He really doesn't look that good, but I'll take the game's word for it. He'll probably have normal dev, honestly, but it would be stupid to not take the best overall guy available. So let's take him. Kerry Parker out of Boise State. Welcome to the 0 overall squad. And no, he does have hidden dev, thankfully. 93 throw power, which is a little better than I thought it would be even. 79 speed, good change of direction. He's quicker than I thought he would be too. So he looks like a pretty good player, actually. I'm kind of surprised. We will take it. Now, in the second round, we could go a large number of different directions. We could really do almost anything here as long as we get a decent player out of it. One of these D linemen could be good, I guess. I thought his name was Trent Richardson. I was about to close out so quick. He doesn't look good in general though, so I don't know. Tavares Campbell looks really good. F injury, he's gonna have normal dev, but should be a good overall. I think we will take him beginning around 3 if he's available. I want a good lineman so our quarterback doesn't get like Joe Burrowed out here or something. This guy's a really good athlete. I don't know if he's like gonna be the best overall though. These guys were all supposed to go first round, and I'm kind of concerned about the fact that they didn't. This guy looks really good too, if none of those ratings are a lie, which they probably are. Yeah, there's gotta be a reason these guys are still available, but they also do look good at the same time. So let's go with, I guess we'll go with Otis Gardner, or Garner. Good looking ratings, good enough combine. Out of Washington, only 21 years old. Let's take him. Of course, he has normal dev, but is better than whatever the hell we would have had at left tackle, so we will take it. And in the third round, Tavares Campbell is surprisingly still available. Again, probably gonna have normal dev, but really good combine. I mean, a 4.86 at 306 pounds is pretty good. Also good bench numbers, good ratings too. Not much of a pass rusher though. He'll probably have like 67 power moves or something. Another only 21-year-old out of Tennessee, Tavares Campbell. Welcome to the 0 overall squad. And of course he does have normal dev. 92 strength, 78 speed. So he should be a good overall. We will see. And this is probably the last pick I'm going to show. We have another third round pick here. I do want a receiver, but none of these guys look very good. That's the problem. That guy ran a 4.63. No thanks. Ooh, this guy ran a 4.29. Deontay Mitchell. A lot of the time, the like super fast receivers have like just terrible catching ratings. And while his aren't great, they're all C's and D's and an F for medium route running. That's still better than a lot of these really fast receivers are. Now he's not as fast as some of the other receivers are, but he is still very fast. And he has fine enough ratings. So Deontay Mitchell, you're going to be the last pick that I show. He is 23. He's only 5'8", 183 pounds out of USF. Show me a hidden dev? Of course not. But 97 speed, 97 excel. I think he'll be a decent overall, somewhere around like a 70-ish, hopefully. So with that, I'm going to take a few more picks and then simulate it out. And hopefully we got some good overall players, because, oh lord, do we need them. Okay, so we definitely had a pretty solid draft, all things considered. Kerry Parker is a 76 overall. Obviously, you know, the best quarterback in the class, was the only top 5 guy. I actually want to see where he ranks in the class overall for every position. Okay, he's tied for the second best. There was a 79 overall running back though, Dave Jackson out of Washington. But speaking of Washington, we got one of his blockers in Otis Garner, obviously. He's a 73 overall. Obviously no hidden dev or anything, but still should be a good player out of 73. Tavares Campbell, also a 73 overall. Only 68 power moves, like I expected pretty much. Obviously really strong, pretty quick for his size. Looks like a good player. Wish he had hidden dev though. And then Deontay Mitchell is a 71 overall. Figured he would be about that. Really fast. Good enough deep route running. He looks fairly well-rounded considering he is mostly just a really fast receiver. And then, I don't want to talk about the rest of these picks. I'm not very good at drafting later in the draft because I'll see, oh, this guy looks crazy, and then he won't be. Like Chambers had like A zone coverage, B tackle, B hit power, B pursuit, and he looks like like shit, so I don't know. Sucks to suck, I guess. But with that, let's get into year number 2 of the rebuild. Okay, so Michael Thomas is actually mentoring Deontay Mitchell, and now he has star dev, so that makes that pick a lot better. So maybe Deontay Mitchell can now be one of our starting receivers by the end of the rebuild. We'll find out. But here's a look at the team heading into year number 2 of the rebuild. We're not looking too bad. I mean, we literally had a 74 overall upgrade during the offseason, so that's the biggest upgrade I've ever had in a season in Madden. We obviously still have a ton of work to do, but I wonder if we're still the worst team in the NFL. We might not be. Okay, no, I think we are. Why is every team like an 80 exactly? I guess the 49ers are a little higher. Okay, no, we are still definitely the worst team, but you know what we have that sets us apart? We have Mikey McDingle and Mikey McDingle Jr. at QB, so Super Bowl champs, anyone? I think so. We actually have the best pass defense in the preseason. That's interesting. And the worst run defense. Oh, I'm gonna throw up. That's awesome. We also have the legend Matt Gay at kicker, so I guess we're bringing a former Ram back, but I'll get the, like, specialists re-sorted out and everything, although it does look about how I would want it. Oh yeah, and I guess I should say, but y'all probably figured anyways, I just signed a bunch of players that were chilling in free agency. We got some good players like Frankie Louvu, Tevier Thomas, Nick Needham, Sheldon Rankins, Zonovan Knight. Like, we got some solid players for sure, so that should definitely help out. But with that, let's get to the midseason point of year 2. I guess this is kind of year 1, because year 1 was like obviously the 0 overall team. No, this is year 2. We'll count it as year 2. So let's get to the midseason point of year 2. Enough rambling from my stupid dumbass. Hopefully we don't go 0-17 again. That's the main goal. Oh yeah, and also I just want to take a moment to say, go subscribe to my second channel if you want to be like one of the first 500 subscribers on there. I'm posting a lot of like redrafts lately, so if you like those, that's all I've been doing. I have a lot of fun with them. I'm weird, so even in my free time before I had like a YouTube channel, I would just kind of do those for fun. I don't know why I'm like this, but if you're into that kind of thing, second channel, link in the description. Once I'm done with those though, I just kind of post NFL related content more than Madden or anything, so if you want even more Brandon the Simp content, I guess that's where you'll find it, so be sure to subscribe. Okay, now, let's get to the midseason point of year 2. I almost said 1. I'm stupid. Okay, so at the midseason point of year 2, we are 3-4, which is probably better than we should be, considering we were a 0 overall just last year, but I guess the heart of Mikey McDingle is just carrying this team along. I don't know. We'll take it though. But I guess we don't have any re-signings. I guess we won't be able to re-sign the just random free agents we signed until the end of the year. I guess we'll show the national focus position just because I don't have anything else to show here. We will go outside linebacker because, well, do we even need that? We already have Clowney. I guess we might need one more though. We'll do it. Fuck it. Tackles weak this year. So now with that, we actually have a really nice defense this year. Our pass defense stayed good throughout the regular season too. Our offense does kind of suck though, but let's get to the end of year 2 and imagine if we could make the playoffs already. Okay, well, we do not make the playoffs in year number 2, nor do we deserve to, so that's fine. We finish 5-12, which I don't even know if we should have that many wins, but we will take it. Let's check out some of the season stats. Kerry Parker was not good. This would be an okay-ish year for real life, but this was probably one of the worst passing seasons in the NFL this year. Let me check. Yeah, well, Gardner Minshew was awful. That's how you know Madden isn't realistic. He's the greatest player to ever live. So, yeah, Kerry Parker was not great by any means. He does have upgrades, which could help for sure. I think I already saw that he only has star dev. I might be misremembering, but I think I did look at the midseason, and yeah, it is only star, which is unfortunate, but I guess it's better than normal. Zonovan Knight was horrific, 2.9 yards per carry. Holy shit, okay. Oh yeah, I guess the slot is pretty broken in this playbook, which, you know, Michael Thomas, obviously more of a slot receiver, but I wanted the production for Deontay Mitchell, and he definitely got it. 1,500 yards, 11 touchdowns. Goddamn. I'll spend those upgrades later. Michael Thomas was good to 1,000 yards. Juwan Johnson was fine. Quintez Cephas didn't do much, but he's like indefinitely suspended anyways, so maybe we shouldn't have him here, but who cares? The offensive line was still pretty bad, especially Tyson. Oh, well, he's like a 64 overall, right? Yeah, well, 64. 65. Okay, that makes sense, but I wish Otis Garner was better. Warren McClendon was better than I thought he would be. Still not very good, though, which that's for good reason, to be fair. Leighton Vander Esch led the team in tackles with 123 tackles for loss, 15 for Clowney, 13 for Rankins, 11 for Rasheem Green, and then sacks, 10 for Jadeveon Clowney, 5.5 for Tavares Campbell as a rookie, 4 for Rankins, 4 for Kingsley Keke, and then picks, 2 for Leighton Vander Esch and Mike Hughes, and then 1 for a large number of players, including James Houston, who, did he have a sack on the year? Like, just one, even? No. How? Was he playing in coverage or something? Well, he allowed 10 catches. That's more in coverage than I would hope for. He played almost 700 snaps. How the hell do you not get a sack? He had like 8 sacks in real life in like 100 snaps or something. I don't know. Either way, Patrick Mahomes wins MVP here. This is like the most realistic list of... Why did I struggle so hard to say that? Most realistic list of quarterbacks I've ever seen for this game. Normally, it's like fucking Jacoby Brissett, which no disrespect to him. He's solid. He's underrated, I'll say, but nowhere near MVP. Like, normally it's like him, it's like Trey Lance, it's like fucking Gardner Minshew, it's like Skylar Thompson. I don't know. It's just always a weird mix. But this year it was pretty good, surprisingly. Offensive player of the year goes to Michael Gallup. Okay, whatever you say, Madden. Deontay Mitchell up there at number 7 as a goddamn rookie. Former Ram up there in Van Jefferson, not Justin Jefferson, at number 8. Hassan Reddick wins Defensive Player of the Year. Of course, Aaron Donald up there. Kind of surprised he didn't win it. Jadeveon Clowney at number 9. We'll take that. Offensive Rookie of the Year obviously goes to Deontay Mitchell. Kerry Parker all the way down at 7. I think they changed something with how like quarterback interceptions affect their award ranking. It seems like they do not let quarterbacks do well with awards if they throw like 15 or more picks, which I guess that's fair. I don't know though. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Connor Adkins of the Panthers. Tavares Campbell at number 5. No other Rams. So we're kind of in a weird spot. I don't necessarily blame our quarterback for being bad because he had like one of the worst offensive lines I've ever had in Madden, you know, excluding the 0 overall we just had. But still, he wasn't very good. So hopefully he plays better next year. But if he doesn't, we're probably just going to replace him. We're going to do a good old, I guess not draft and trade, but draft a new quarterback and trade this one. But with that, let's get into the offseason and hopefully we can get some dev ups. That would be pretty nice. All right, that's the worst Super Bowl of all time. What the fuck? The Broncos beat the Vikings 10-0 in the Super Bowl. A combined 10 points in a Super Bowl, all scored by one team in a shutout. That might ruin the NFL. That might make nobody ever watch again. That was probably so goddamn boring. What isn't boring is Deontay Mitchell got another upgrade up to a 76, 78 with morale, and I'm guessing he got superstar dev. Yes, he did. So that's pretty huge. I wish he was a little younger. He is already 24, but I mean, that would matter a lot less in real life, but it's a lot harder for players to develop the older they are, which I still think is so dumb, but it is what it is. Also, bruh, apparently Tristan Wirfs is going through like mental problems from switching to like right to left tackle. I just want to say I am shocked he is not getting like bullied for that in comments. I thought it would be a whole ton of like fucking redneck dudes like with profile pictures of them holding a fish they just caught being like, oh, what a pussy. You just have to move sides on the offensive line and you get paid hundreds of millions to do it. Grow a pair, bozo, or something like that. I'm surprised it wasn't like that, but you know, that shit's apparently hard. Like, I don't know why the Bucks are having him move. Players are like never as good on the offensive line when they switch sides. I mean, especially tackles at least. Apparently it's like trying to write with your left hand if you're like right-handed or something, like, which makes sense. Imagine like 300-pound dudes coming at you, pause, from a different side than you're used to. Like, that shit sounds terrifying. I don't necessarily blame him. And to be fair, he probably won't be as good this year. I know the Bucks don't really have a left tackle, but to be fair, like, you should have just kept, not Dotson. What am I saying? He hasn't been on the team in like 7 years. I can never remember his name. The guy who got signed by the Chiefs, I think. They should have just kept him and kept Wirfs at right tackle, because Wirfs is one of the best right tackles in the NFL. And he might not be good at all at left tackle. He might also surprise and be really good. I don't know, but I wouldn't have moved him, even though left tackle is, you know, obviously important. I just would have left that alone and found somebody who can play left tackle. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. Anyways, long rant over. I'm just surprised there weren't more people bullying him. Not that he deserves it. it, obviously. I'm just surprised because people on the internet are stupid and bad people. Bruh, I just found a fucking Instagram account called broncos.com, and it's just pure shit posts, and I enjoy the fact that, like, most of the comments are just clips from the fucking GIFs from the Broncos-Seahawks Super Bowl of, like, Peyton Manning throwing picks and, like, kick returns for touchdowns. That pleases my soul as a Seahawks fan. But anyways, for re-signings, Warren McClendon was actually pretty good. We'll re-sign him to at least be a backup. Super exciting, I know. The most exciting Madden rebuilder, Brandon the Simp, re-signing potential third-string backup tackles. That's why I'm the GOAT, you know what I mean? We need Matt Gay back. That's a necessity. We'll go very player-friendly. Frankie Louvu, Washington State legend. I literally hardly remember him at Washington State, even though I am a fan, which I don't know what that says about me. I mean, I remember him, but I don't remember much of him. Tevier Thomas, do I want him back? He's already 28. I feel like we could upgrade, but at the very least, he's really good depth. He resigns. Really underrated in real life. Like, when the Texans actually let him play, he was kind of a monster in the slot, low-key. Sheldon Rankins, he's 30. He's not interested. We could upgrade there for sure. Zonovan Knight was horrific. I hate how low-level running backs just don't do well in this game, which is super unrealistic. It's so easy. Well, not so easy, but it's running back is like the easiest position to find like a random budget player and have them come in and do well. And it's like the position in this game that does the worst if you find just a random one to come in. Not like Zonovan Knight's random. He's good in real life for sure. He's solid. So I don't know why he was so bad, but we'll definitely look to upgrade there. Juwan Johnson, if he was interested, I would bring him back, but yeah, a lot of these players the same deal. I might re-sign some more of these guys just so we have depth, but I think that's about all I'm gonna show because none of this is really interesting. So with that, let's get into free agency and let's hopefully upgrade this team even more. But here in free agency, there are some good players here. We'll take it. It's a different story if we can actually get them, but there are at least good players here. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so this is the first group of players we're gonna go for. I mean, we have a lot of money. We might as well spend it. We're gonna go for Antoine Winfield Jr., Christian Wilkins, Brandon Ayuk, Matt Hennessy, elite name obviously, and Christian Fulton. This would be an amazing group of players to get, and we have the lead for everybody here except Brandon Ayuk. We're only tied for the lead for him. Is there actually a better option that we can more safely go for? Maybe, but also Mike Evans and Gabe Davis have offers, so we'll stick with Ayuk and just hopefully we can get him. But after this, there are a few more players I do want to go for, but let's see if we can get these 5 players. I'm hoping for at least 4, but maybe 5. We'll see. So let's see if we can get them. They all sign. Okay, and we do get 4. We get all of them except Brandon Ayuk, which is kinda unfortunate, although Mike Evans and Gabe Davis are still available. So let's add a few more players to the list, hopefully. I feel like we're just gonna like recreate the team from the last rebuild I did, or whichever one that was, but that's fine. It is what it is. It was Donovan Smith. That's who I was thinking of earlier when I was talking about the goddamn Bucks left tackle that they maybe should have kept. I mean, I know he's injured fairly often, but still. It would have been better than like Matt School or whoever they would have had playing left tackle if they didn't move Tristan Wirfs over. Darnay Holmes has star dev. I'm down for that. But this is the next group of players we're going to go for. It's going to be Austin Eckler, Gabe Davis, Grant Delpit, Cole Kmet, and Darnay Holmes. I'm hoping we can get 4 of them, but realistically, if we're only tied for the lead for a player, more often than not, it seems like we don't get them for one reason or another. But hopefully we can get at least 4 once again. It'll probably be just Eckler, Davis, and Darnay Holmes, which I won't complain about, but still. So let's see if we can get any of these 5 players. They all sign except, ooh, that kind of sucks actually. Austin Eckler doesn't sign. Even though we have a full 5 bars of interest from him. Well, either way, we get Gabe Davis, we get Delpit, and we get Darnay Holmes. We don't get Cole Kmet. Is there another option at running back just in case? We could go A.J. Dillon or Antonio Gibson. I think both of them kind of blow ass in this game though. Okay, yeah, he is. A.J. Dillon is absolutely terrible in this game. It looks like the Jets must have traded for him. But yeah, we might as well just re-sign Zonovan Knight or something at this point. But I think Antonio Gibson's like a little better, so we might go for him. Not much better though. not much better. But I mean, I guess he's a little more interested, but A.J. Dillon doesn't have any offers. I guess he would be a better RB2, maybe? I don't know. Neither of them look great though. But this is gonna be the last group of players we're gonna go for. We're going a lot harder here in free agency pricey than I thought we would. And actually, I do want to up Eckler's contract because I just offered him neutral and it ended up being like a full 5 bars, but we'll go very player friendly because it's still not very expensive. So hopefully that'll give us the edge there. I don't know. Your mother loves to give me the edge, if you know what I'm saying. That's gross. I'm sorry. But yeah, we're going for Austin Eckler, AJ Dillon, and then my GOAT, Colby Parkinson. Maybe I'm just racist. I don't know. Every player that I've called my GOAT is white, I guess. It was Gardner Minshew, Max Borghi, because both of them are Washington State players, and then Colby Parkinson, because I think he's really underrated. Maybe I'm just racist. Maybe that's the problem. But let's see if we can get any of these 3 players. Austin Eckler, we do get AJ Dillon, and of course Colby Parkinson. So that is a massive free agent class. This team is looking really good now, I'm not gonna lie. But here in the draft, the Falcons have the #1 overall pick, which, I mean, they're a good roster in real life. QB's definitely a question mark, but I like Arthur Smith a lot, as some of you probably know. I'm a believer of Arthur Smith, but now that I say that, he's probably gonna suck. I feel like I like a lot of like coaches and players for good reason, and then as soon as I open my mouth, I'm like, oh, I think they're good. They just absolutely suck for some reason, but maybe I just have bad opinions, I don't know. But we have the #4 overall pick. What do we want to do with this pick? Gabriel Booker was one of the players I was looking at. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Tim Paxton kind of looks insane. Oh, no. Oh, he's totally going to have normal dev. God damn it. DDF injury. But DDF, like I am with your mother. But, he'll probably be like a 78, 77 overall or something. He is fucking undoubtedly going to have normal dev. Undoubtedly? What's the word? Is it undoubtedly? I don't know. I don't use that word much. But he's guaranteed to have normal dev pretty much. But I think how good of a player he is, at least I think, outweighs that. So let's go Tim Paxton out of Tennessee. Tackles like our biggest need. He looks amazing. I'm scared, but let's take him. Okay, thankfully he has hidden. Thank the Lord. 93 strength. I'm surprised 41 reps was only 93 strength, but I mean, that's still really good strength. That feels like a very good pick. Lineman is boring to take for Madden rebuilds, but left tackle is like one of the 3 most important positions in all of football, so we'll take it. Am I going insane? I hear like a weird, like dripping tapping noise. It almost sounds like someone's tapping on an empty Gatorade bottle. What the fuck is that? But anyways, I'm about to get murdered, so that's cool. That would be good content, so I'm down for that. Except this video would never come out, but still. Unless the murderer was courteous enough to upload the video anyways and edit it. What am I talking about? What do we want to do with this pick? I have no idea. I wanted a tight end, but none of them look all that good unless Steve Moore's like really fast. Not really. He's not super slow, but he's not very fast. Eli Barnett, are you good? No. He's a good blocker, but it's not what I'm wanting. Ooh, no. This guy is the fastest tight end, but to be fair, that's because he's only 238 pounds at 6'6", and he also has terrible injury, terrible short route, not great medium route. No thank you. I mean, your last name is Graham. That makes me think Jimmy Graham, but still, no thanks. Do we go with another lineman? Rhett Herndon looks really good, too. We'll take him round 3 if he's still available. How about that? Did I not set outside line? No, I did it. Okay, cool. Unfortunately, all the outside linebackers suck, but that's fine. At least the pass rushers do. There was like one first-round projected guy supposed to go in the 2nd round, but he's apparently gone, so that's pretty cool. This guy's probably good, but not a pass rusher. Okay, cool. None of them look good. Oh, a 276-pound D lineman that ran a 4.68 at the combine and a 4.6 at his pro day. This is a weird player. I don't know if he's good or not, honestly. I can't tell. He might be really good, but also he might not be. I just can't tell. I might take him though anyways, just because of the fact that he might be good. It's either take him or Tevin McKnight, who for sure looks good. Gonna have normal dev, because these type of players always do. We'll go with him, because we already have enough power rushers. We don't need another one in Caleb Glover. Let's just go with a 3-4 D lineman in Tevin McKnight. I'm spending way too long on this pick. Okay, we still definitely need a guard. Probably a tight end, but none of them looked good. Edge for sure. We do still need a D lineman for sure. Corner, yes, but I don't know if we're gonna find an upgrade in the draft, but maybe if there's someone good enough. Okay, we're gonna go with McKnight. So Tevin McKnight is the pick. And of course, normal dev, but I don't care. He looks like a really good player, and we will will take it. Now our D-line is kinda insane, low-key. In the third round, that center is still luckily available. Let's go with Rhett Herndon. I did move Matt Hennessy to center, but I'll probably move him back out to guard because I don't know if I want to play someone who's 6'1", 303 at guard, but he does look really good. Great combine, great ratings. Let's take him. Hidden dev, 90 strength, good speed, really good excel, even good jumping for a lineman. I think we've done pretty well so far in this draft. That might be the last pick we take if there isn't anyone else that looks good here. We'll see. I don't know if this guy's good. It looks like the only thing good about him is his power moves, which is good for a pass rusher, but every time I take players like this, they always suck. I'll take him if he's available next round, but I won't show it or anything. Okay, well, I might make a couple more picks, but I'll just see y'all when I'm done drafting. But here's a recap of the draft. We actually did pretty goddamn well, I'm not gonna lie. Tim Paxton is a 77 overall. I thought he would be a 78, so I was pretty close. Really good, really well-rounded tackle, so we will definitely take that. I don't know how many times I've said we'll take that or we'll take it in this rebuild, but it's gotta be at least double digits. Tevin McKnight is a 76 overall. Better than I thought he would be even. I thought he'd be like a 73-ish, but he looks really good. And then Rhett Herndon is a 74 overall at center, so we killed it with the first 3 picks, for sure. After that, though, I did take these 3 picks right here, and they were not quite as good. One of the tight ends I wanted and the outside linebacker I wanted both of them were gone, so I compromised for these 2, and they weren't great. Also, ooh, this guy has 78 power moves. I'm surprised he isn't good. Also with 91 excel. If this guy was real, he would be really good, but I don't know. Hold on, I do want to check the tight end, though, that I missed out on. I don't remember exactly who it was, though, so that's kind of a problem. Also, we did get tied for the best player in the class in Tim Paxton. I do kind of want to see what the tight end's overall was that we missed out on, because he was supposed to go undrafted. The fact that he got picked kind of early-ish is intriguing. Actually, wait, I low-key have no idea which one it was. I was thinking about Eubanks, but he got taken before I could pick him, and he's a 71. I don't know which one the one I wanted was. Was it Burst? I don't know if it was. I don't know. Either way, none of them looked good anyways, so who cares? So overall, pretty damn good draft, and let's get into year number 3 of the 0 overall rebuild. We've definitely come a long way already. But here's a look at the team heading into year number 3 of the rebuild. The team is looking pretty good now. We're up to an 81 overall, which is probably like, it's probably mid. It's probably like right in the middle of team overalls, which we will absolutely take, considering what we have been, obviously. But the offense is looking pretty nice, and then here is a look at the defense, which is an 83 overall. Our defense is definitely better than our offense. Campbell and McKnight have the same face, which is a little bit off-putting for some weird reason. It reminds me of the draft classes I tried for the throwback rebuilds, where if I put them in the new games, it would be like all the same low-key really scary face, like serial killer looking face. So that's a bad memory to bring up, but the team's looking good, of course. We still have some needs for sure, like we don't really have a number 1 corner. Kaylavon Chason isn't great, obviously, and then we probably want a better tight end, and I don't know what we're gonna get from Kerry Parker this year. Hopefully he's good, but definitely no promises, but we'll just have to see how this team can do. So with that, let's get to the midseason point of year 3, and hopefully we can at least get close to having a winning record this year. We will find out. Okay, so at the midseason point of year 3, we are just that. We are mid, like I said. The team's mid, our record is mid, so that's fair. The Raiders have the same overall as us and are 5-1, so that's great. I know they have a good playbook in this game. I get told all the time to use it, but anytime I use it, it doesn't do anything. We're like one of the worst offenses in the NFL still. So that's super fun. We have some re-signings to make, though. I checked and there wasn't like anybody here. My king, Max Borgi. Okay, go fuck yourself then. I don't think there are any starters though, so I think we're chilling. Presley Harvin might be a starter. Isn't he like fat? He doesn't look that fat there. I mean, I don't know. Either way, that's really all for us to do here. So with that, let's get to the end of year 3 and hopefully we can have a bounce back and maybe make the playoffs. But as a Seahawks fan, I'm happy to see the 49ers at 0-7, so we'll take it. All right, well, here we are at the the end of year number 3, taking a look at the team. And if you've seen one of my videos before, y'all know why we're here. Super quick, if you haven't already for some reason and you've made it all the way here, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. Like 70% of people that watch my videos aren't subscribed, which is crazy to me. Like not even just 70% of the people that click on my videos, but like 70% of the watch time. Like they're watching a good amount of the way through, but they aren't subscribing. So be sure to subscribe. You know, you'll get more of my banger rebuilds recommended to you. And you know, once we hit like 11K, I'll do another special video. Once we hit 15, I'll do another very special video. So be sure to do that. And of course, 1,500 likes, and I might do another one of these if you want me to. I might do another 0 overall rebuild, try it again, see if we can do even better if y'all want to see that. So 1,500 likes and we'll do that. But of course, we're looking really good at the end of year number 3. What hidden devs did we have? I think it was the 2 linemen, right? So Herndon only has star, but Tim Paxton has superstar devs. So that was a really good pick. We will definitely take that. I said we'll take it for like the millionth time in this rebuild. I'm sorry, but we will take it. It is true. But if you couldn't guess already, in year number 3, we did make the playoffs, finishing 11-6. I don't know how the hell we did better than the Eagles, who only went 9-8. Again, Madden simulation moment. They're an 86 overall. We're only an 81, but we'll take it. Oh, god damn it. I did it again. All right. Well, let's check out some of the season stats. Holy shit. Okay. I was thinking about trading Kerry Parker after last season, but I'm glad I didn't, because 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, 11 picks. The crazy thing is, this probably isn't even going to be good enough for MVP. There's probably a QB that threw like 55 touchdowns or some stupid shit. Austin Eckler was good, 1,100 yards, 4.7 per carry, 7 touchdowns. Even A.J. Dillon as the 2 was really nice. 4.7 yards per carry, 11 touchdowns, 400 yards. Oh my god. Okay, Michael Thomas, is that the single season leading, or single season receiving record? I'm pretty sure that is. Oh, that confused me. That's all time. Okay. Oh, that also confused me. It switched over to passing. Okay, yeah, that is the single season receiving record. First receiver to break 2,089 yards for Michael Thomas. Goddamn. Gotta love realism, huh? Gabe Davis finishes with almost 1,000 yards too. Deontay Mitchell, almost 900 yards. Colby Parkinson was fine, I guess. But obviously, they're not going to produce too much when, you know, Michael Thomas has 2,000 yards. Doesn't he have 2 records now? Wait, doesn't he have the single season receptions record? I don't know if you can check that here, actually. Or yeah, you can. Catches. Yeah, Michael Thomas, 149. So he has 2 single season receiving records. That's insane. But for blocking, Matt Hennessy was dog shit, but everyone else was pretty solid for sure. Leighton Vander Esch led the team in tackles with 132 tackles for loss, 15 from Clowney, 14 for McKnight as a rookie, 11 for Wilkins, 10 for Campbell. In sacks, 12.5 for Jadeveon Clowney. He's been good for sure. 9 for Wilkins, 9 for Kaylavon Chason. Damn, okay, he was actually good. I've never seen him do well in this game, so we'll take it. And then 4 for Campbell, big drop off there. And then picks, 4 for Leighton Vander Esch, 3 for Mike Hughes, 2 for Delpit and Brian Cook as a backup. He did play over 400 snaps though. I don't really know how. I must have had him as like a slot corner or something. And then 1 interception for a few players. So very good season, honestly. And yep, I called it. Lamar Jackson wins MVP. Well, he would have had a rushing, but what? Nah, that's some bullshit. He only had 46-ish hundred combined yards and I guess he had 46 combined touchdowns and only threw 9 picks, but I'm taking this season over that. What the hell? I guess Parker didn't have any rushing touchdowns and only 100 rushing yards, but still, what the fuck? That's dumb. That's really fucking stupid. But what do I expect from Madden? Why is Damian Harris a monster here? Didn't he win Offensive Player of the Year last year for the AFC? He's up to an 88 now. Jesus. I mean, he's really good in real life, to be fair, but still. Offensive Player of the Year obviously goes to Michael Thomas. Kerry Parker at number 5, even though he didn't win MVP, he's put over... Wait, that's backwards. Doesn't Offensive Player of the Year normally favor rushing more too? I'm so confused. Or no, never mind. Lamar's AFC. I'm a dumbass. Whatever. Aaron Donald wins Defensive Player of the Year. Jadeveon Clowney at 8. Leighton Vander Esch at 10. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Dylan Knowles of the Vikings. Actually, I lied. Jonathan Donnell at number 10. I think that's our tight end. And Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Dwayne Watkins of the Cardinals. Tevin McKnight at 5. He wasn't that good, but at least he was up there. So I wish we would have won MVP. I'm guessing he did win best QB at least, right? Okay, yeah, thankfully he did. I never check these, but obviously Michael Thomas wins best receiver. Clowney at number 2 for best linebacker. I love Chenna Nwosu, but go fuck yourself here. And then that's it for awards. So, I mean, we'll take it like 3 award wins. It probably should have been 4, but it is what it is. But we have a first of many before we simulate the playoff game here against the Philadelphia Eagles. We will go play it cool, y'all know me. And I guess that's really all there is for us to do. What's our team overall up to? Is it an 81 or did it like get a little higher? No, we're up to an 84 now. Okay, we should have a shot at this game. I mean, we had a better record. We're close in team overall, but whatever happens here, I'm fine with. The Eagles definitely have a better roster, so let's see if we can get a win against the Eagles. And we do, but it was close, as it should be. We win 20-17. We will definitely take that. Upgrade here for Warren McClendon, up to a 71 now. But we have a recap for the first of many. Give us those sweet, juicy, succulent staff points, please and thank you. 7 staff points, beautiful. And we're going to be taking on the 10-7 Carolina Panthers in the divisional. They also have an 84 overall team. So again, same deal. Whichever team here wins, that's fair. I'm fine with it if we lose. I'm fine with it if we win. We have a slight advantage for the home game. I don't know why I'm such a Nazi with Madden Sim. I just hate how unrealistic it is. I mean, I'm surely not the only one that hates it, but you know, it is very unrealistic. Like, we should not have had a better record than the Eagles, but whatever. But with that, let's simulate to the conference championship, and hopefully we can get a win. But if not, there's still another season. And we do. We win 31-21 over the Panthers. Decent amount of upgrades here too, some couple starters at least. And we're going to be taking on the 11-6 Dallas Cowboys. I mean, same record, same team overall. So again, for the 3rd time in a row, whatever happens, happens. I'm fine with it. Let's simulate to the Super Bowl, and hopefully we can get a win. And we do. We're going to be in the Super Bowl against the Baltimore Ravens at 10-7, 86 overall to our 84. Upgrades here for Kerry Parker, who I'm hoping went up in dev trait for pretty much, I guess, winning MVP. He should have. Okay, he did go up to superstar. You love to see it. Grant Delpit, Rhett Herndon, good amount of players with upgrades here. We'll take it. But we're going to be taking on the team that took MVP away from us in the Baltimore Ravens, led by Lamar Jackson. And I don't think I'm even going to jump in here, but we're going to go just the beginning for this. I mean, we still have another year. Give us those sweet, juicy staff points, of course. But we're not going to jump in because I feel like whenever I jump in to watch games simulate, it doesn't go very well. And we've been just we've been raw dogging the simulation, and it's been working. We've been winning. So we're going to keep that trend going here. Hopefully we can win a Super Bowl. Do we deserve it? I don't know. We're only an 84, but that is a pretty good team. I mean, the Ravens are better though. But with that, not much else for us to do here, so let's simulate this game against the Ravens, and hopefully we can get a win. And of course, we goddamn lose the game. We lose 31-24 because why would we win? I don't know the last time that I have won a Super Bowl in this game. And a lot of the time, we can build like one of the best not one of the best, like the best roster in the NFL, and we will still like either not make the playoffs or not go very far in the playoffs. It's the reason I hate Madden simulation. I've said it once, I'll say it a million times. It almost seems better to have a lower overall team. But I won't complain too much. I mean, the Ravens were the better team, so it's fine. But I don't know the last time I've won a Super Bowl in this game. Like, genuinely. It genuinely just feels completely random. Oh yeah, also, I want to see, did we hit any other dev traits? I'm kind of curious. Did Michael Thomas already have Superstar? I don't think he did, so I think he got Superstar Dev, which makes sense. Jadeveon Clowney went up to X Factor, and then I think that was it. I'm surprised Kaylavon Chason didn't go up. I mean, he had a good year. I'm sure there's some threshold there, like he had to get 10 sacks and he would have gotten it. I don't know. But in terms of re-signings here, I saw we had 69.6 mil a second ago. Now it says 70. But it looks like just a lot of depth players here. I don't think there are any starters really at all. So we're just gonna go into free agency with a decent amount of money to work with, and let's see if we can finish this team off. Pause. Ooh, okay, so there are definitely some good players here, but they're not exactly at positions of need. Like, we don't need a running back. We don't really need another receiver. Another running back here. Rashawn Slater, tackle, isn't really the biggest need for us, but I think he does really well in this game. Well, the first year he wasn't good, but he's been good the last couple years. We'll think about him. I do want a corner. I wonder if JC Horn would be a good get, if we can even get him. That's the question. Okay, we do have the lead for him, so I'll look through and hopefully find some good players, and we'll see if we can add the finishing touches to this team. I'm trying not to say finish this team off. Okay, so these are the players we're gonna go for in free agency, if I'm being 100% honest. I don't know how many of these players we're gonna get, but it's gonna be Jalen Waddle, Rashawn Slater, JC Horn, Ed Oliver, and Dalton Schultz. I do think we'll get probably like 3 of these guys, maybe, but we are the only team interested in Jalen Waddle. I don't know if he's gonna want to sign yet. He might wait, but I don't know if we'll get Rashawn Slater. We're not tied, or we're only tied for the lead. We do have the lead for JC Horn. He might not sign yet, though. We're only tied for the lead for Ed Oliver, and we do have the lead for Dalton Schultz. He probably will sign, but let's see if we can get any of these players right off the bat. So they all sign, as per usual, and we 5 for 5. We get Jalen Waddle, Rashawn Slater, JC Horn, Ed Oliver, and Dalton Schultz. This team is low-key nice as fuck now. I'm not gonna lie. This is crazy. Now, we do still have our needs for sure. I want a pass rusher. I mean, Kaylavon Chason was good, but I don't trust him to repeat what he did. And I probably want a guard. I'm surprised we're only an 86. This team seems really good, but with that, we're probably done in free agency, so let's get to the draft heading into the 4th and final year of the rebuild. Oh, and also super quick, I've been seeing on Twitter a lot lately, people doing the NFL Immaculate Grid thing. If you want me to do that on the second channel, definitely let me know down below because I've been thinking about it. I did one recently. I got like some weird niche things, and then I couldn't think of a player that got like 2 kick return touchdowns for the Falcons in a year or something. I think that was the one I couldn't get. There's probably an obvious answer, but I just couldn't think of it because I'm stupid. But anyways, let's get to the draft. All right, well, I lied again. We're not in the draft yet, but I feel like we haven't done literally any trades at all yet, so I wanted to spice it up a little bit. We're going to be trading Mitchell, the superstar receiver who's a backup now, Chandler Zavala, and A.J. Dillon to the Giants for a 1 and a 3. I wanted a little more draft capital, you know what I mean? And these were all backups anyways. They're not going to play much of a role for us. A.J. Dillon would have played the biggest role, and we can maybe find another power back in the draft with maybe that 3rd round pick. I don't know. We'll see. But decent return for sure for 3 backups. So we're chilling. And I don't know why we have negative $5.5 mil now after that trade. That's great. Fun. Okay, well, now we are finally in the draft. The Washington Communists have the #1 overall pick. Some interesting teams in the top 5. I mean, Patriots, 49ers, Dolphins, Steelers. 4 teams that I think could be pretty good in real life. Patriots are pretty slept on right now, but let's simulate to our pick. Our first one is at number 25. And who do we want to take here? We really just don't have many needs anymore, which is a great thing, but it makes drafting a little difficult for sure. Unfortunately, there aren't any good edge rushers here. There weren't to begin with. I was thinking about trading up, but there just was nobody good to begin with. I mean, these were pretty much the best guys available, like 2nd to 3rd rounder. There was a linebacker here, like a run-stopping linebacker that was a top 5 talent in the class, but he's gone now. We don't even need another off-ball linebacker anyways, though, so I'm fine with that. Really, I don't know what the point of us trading for this pick was, but, you know, we did it. That's for sure. Let me check. Is there just, like, any need we're forgetting that I could pick here? We could take a 2nd running back really early if I wanted to. Or a receiver, maybe. We obviously need edge, but I can't really do much about that. Corner, maybe? So corner, edge, receiver, and running back, I guess, are our 4 biggest needs. But even then, they're not really needs. A physical receiver with, oh, well, I guess he has good spec catch, but only C catch in traffic, D catching. Sometimes those guys are deceptively good, though, like the physical receivers. I'm starting to learn they are pretty good a lot of the time. In real life, you typically want to stay away from those guys because you'll get players like, you know, N'Keal Harry, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, but, you know, that's the reason I didn't really like Drake London, but Drake London ended up being a monster as a rookie, so I guess what do I know? Sometimes they're really good. Just depends on the receiver, I guess. There are a lot of fast receivers. I feel like Madden did finally nerf the, like, insanely quick receivers, like the 4.24 receivers, because I haven't seen one this entire rebuild, and I haven't recently, now that I think about it. Christopher Bush, might he be related to someone who is secretly responsible for a great tragedy? Possibly. I don't know why that came to mind, but it did. I don't know why. Ooh. This guy reminds me of the lineman I took in the last rebuild, who was like a 70 78 overall with superstar dev, Daryl Cloud. Like, our last need is line. Like, we're good and deep on the offensive line, but he does look pretty good. I'm really struggling to find a good pick here, though. Like, we just don't really need anybody. I think we are just gonna go with a corner, though. I guess that'll be Darius Neighbors. He looks solid. He doesn't look amazing or anything. None of these corners look great by any means. This guy could actually have pretty bad man coverage, though, so maybe he's not the best, but he is the fastest, and he looks pretty technically sound, so I don't know. It doesn't matter. I won't overthink it. They're gonna be a backup anyways, whatever corner we take. So let's go with Darius Neighbors. And he does have hidden dev, good speed, good excel. We will take it. Literally like the fucking millionth time that I've said that in this rebuild. I have a problem. Better than being addicted to crack, though, I guess, arguably. This John Hall guy also looks pretty good. Pretty quick, strong. We don't need a safety, but also we don't really need much right now. So let's go with John Hall, a 6'2", 211-pound safety out of Alabama, 23 years old. Welcome to the formerly 0 overall team. And he has hidden dev, 90 speed. Really not as fast as I thought he would be. Only 86 excel. Ugh. Does have good strength, obviously, but he's not as fast as I thought he would be. But he looks good anyway, so we'll take it. I thought he would have like 91 or 92 speed with like 92 excel or something, but I guess not. I guess I'll go fuck myself then. Bean. I like that last name. I might take him. Is that one really strong lineman gone? I think he is. This guy's pretty strong too, though. Dominique Bean. This guy's also pretty strong. Jaden Tomlinson. Yet he had like D power for both run and pass blocking. Makes sense. Thanks, EA. Very cool. I feel like I'm gonna massively overlook a big need, and I'm just gonna forget to take a position. I think whatever this pick is might be my last pick, and then I'll just simulate the rest out. Is Chris Landry good? He'll probably be like a 68, and that's not really good enough to do anything, but I don't know. There isn't even really a chance that he'll be any better than that, so what's the point of me taking him? But also, I want to, for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm going to. Chris Landry, we need a speed rusher desperately. He's kind of fast, I guess. Has okay power or finesse moves, good pursuit, good awareness. I don't know. Sure, welcome to the former 0 overall team, Chris Landry. So with that, I might take like a receiver or lineman, but I probably won't show it. So let's get to the end of the draft, and hopefully we got some good players, but we will see. Okay, so this wasn't my best draft ever. I feel like, ironically, when I try to go best player available, I take some dog shit players. Not that they're like dog shit or anything, but just not amazing. Darius Neighbors is good, 92 speed, 92 excel. I mean, yeah, he's good, 76 zone. Not as good as I thought he would be, though. He's only a 73. I thought he would be like a 75 or 6. John Hall is solid, 74 overall. He might get some playing time this year. We'll see, because, not John Reed. Brian Cook, is that who it was? Got some playing time at strong safety last year. I think it was Brian Cook. I can't remember. Chris Landry's only a 66. He's not even the 68 that I thought he would be. So I don't even know if he makes the team, to be fair, but we'll find out. I took Kamani Ragland, one of the physical receivers. Why am I like almost throwing up every 5 seconds? I'm fucking dying. Yeah, but he doesn't look great. We also took Frank Minor. Fucking call me Carson shaking right now. That's like a 3-year-old reference, but I don't know. He looks all right. He'll be like our 4th receiver. I think the last pick I took was Zach Kelly. He's better than I thought he would be. I saw fucking 81 strength and I was like, oh, but no, he's a 67. I don't know. He looks about 50, yet he's only like 23. And then the CPU took an all right power back. I forgot I was going to take a running back, but I mean, Byers is okay. We'll probably just sign another one. And the CPU for some reason thought we need to replace the greatest player of all time in Mikey McDingle Jr. Now, to be fair, this guy does have hidden dev. It's probably just star though, right? I mean, I couldn't really see it being any higher, but yeah, it's star. But like, I don't know. I'll play Mikey McDingle Jr. over him, even though neither of them are gonna play. And then Kawhi Raymond. Okay, definitely a draft, I will say that. All right, well, here's a look at the team heading into the 4th and final year of the rebuild. We're looking really good. I mean, we're an 86 overall, 89 offense, 84 defense. Just really no holes on this team, literally at all. This is a nasty receiving core too. I mean, Jalen Waddle, Michael Thomas, if healthy, and Gabe Davis. That's pretty good. I wouldn't complain about that. And then the defense is also really good. I'm a little concerned about Kaylavon Chason starting, but he was good last year. I just don't know if he could repeat. We will find out though. But I mean, overall, the team is obviously very good. The offense has definitely surpassed our defense at this point, though. But with that, without further ado, let's just get straight to the end of year 4, and I can't wait to see that we missed the playoffs. It's gonna be great. Okay, well, here we are at the end of year number 4, and of course, y'all know why we're here. But if you haven't already, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. Again, 1,500 likes, and I might do this again. I'm trying to think of some twist to do, but it might be fun to just straight up do it again. And of course, subscribe if you for some reason haven't already. If you've made it all the way here, clearly you've enjoyed at least a little bit, unless you fell asleep or something, which, you know, if you need something to sleep to, my videos are definitely an option, you know what I mean? Pump my watch time up, smile. But yeah, no, legit, they are something good to sleep to, I guess, because I'm so boring. Of course, turn on notifications too if you if you want to make sure you never miss a video, and let me know what kind of rebuild to do down below. Madden 24 is coming very soon, so I'm gonna get back into my like realistic rebuild kick once that game's out. It's probably gonna be another shit game, but I've kind of heard it's better. But to be fair, EA always tries to make us think it's better, and then it never is. Year to year, it's always probably worse. But anyways, I'll stop being pessimistic. This is a look at the team. Here's a look at the defense too. But in year number 4, we made the playoffs, going 13-4. We were very good this year. Kerry Parker, not quite as good as last year, but still very good. 4,900 yards, 41 touchdowns. The picks were a little high, but I mean, we will take that considering everything else he did. Really good completion percentage too. Rushing, Austin Eckler with 1,100 yards, 4.4 per carry, 12 touchdowns. Michael Thomas with 1,760 yards, 17 touchdowns. Apparently his lucky number. Jalen Waddle with 1,000 yards. Gabe Davis close to 1,000 yards. Dalton Schultz was all right. Blocking, Rashawn Slater was pretty bad. Rhett Herndon wasn't great, but the rest of the line was very good, especially Tim Paxton. Goddamn. Leighton Vander Esch led the team in tackles with 131. I don't know how I just clicked that, but okay. Tackles for loss, 17 for Wilkins, 14 for McKnight, just a lot overall. And then sacks were not great. Kaylavon Chason's become like really good here, actually. I wouldn't say really good, but like our best pass rusher, maybe. 8 sacks for him, 6.5 for Wilkins, not amazing. Only 6 for Clowney this year, 5.5 for Ed Oliver. That's pretty bad. And then interceptions, 4 for Leighton Vander Esch, 2 for JC Horn, and then 1 for a few players. I'm surprised we were 13-4. Our stats last year were honestly kind of better. But MVP goes to Bryce Young here. Baker Mayfield up there at number 3, still the QB of the Bucks. Hendon Hooker up there at number 8. That's kind of fun. Kerry Parker does make it at number 10. Still think he should have been MVP last year, honestly. Offensive player of the year goes to Chris Godwin. Michael Thomas at 2. No other Rams. Defensive player of the year goes to Nick Bosa. Leighton Vander Esch up there at number 10. We'll take it. Offensive rookie of the year goes to Sammy Ford of the Commanders. Already at an 85. Interesting. Terrell Byers at number 8. I'm guessing that was the running back that we drafted. Maybe not, though. I have no idea. And then Tyron Maxwell of the Seahawks wins defensive rookie of the year. No Rams up there. We didn't really have anyone getting much playing time, apparently. So definitely a really good season in terms of record, but like our stats didn't look that good. We had the second best defense for points allowed. It looks like our pass defense was very good, but our run defense was still lacking for some reason, even though we had a really good D-line, good linebackers. So I don't know. But we're going to be taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 9-8, led by MVP candidate Baker Mayfield. That's a sentence. So not jumping into games has kind of been working out lately, and to be honest with you, I don't really want to jump in. So with that, let's simulate this game against Tampa Bay, and let's see if we can get a win. Okay, and we do, but it was very close. We win 35-31 against the Buccaneers. Upgrade here for Victor Hawkins, our backup running back. We'll take it. Just somebody I signed in free agency. But we're going to be taking on the 10-7 Washington Commanders here. Now, they had offensive rookie of the year, and who is their quarterback? I don't know if they would I don't know if their quarterback would already be up to an 85 if he was a rookie. They do have Sean Urban. He's a superstar, 82 overall QB, 98 throw power. Goddamn. Looks pretty good for sure. Who was the... Okay, it is a generational receiver, it looks like. Sammy Ford already up to an 85 with X Factor. That's kind of what I figured. So he looks really good, and between Terry McLaurin, Sammy Ford, and Jahan Dotson, that's a scary receiving core. This team in general is really good. Well, their defense is a little lacking, especially their cornerback group, but it's a good team overall for sure. But with that, not much else for us to do here, so let's just simulate this game against the Commanders and let's see if we can move on to the conference championship. We're probably gonna lose, but hopefully not. And I predicted it. We unfortunately do lose to the Washington Commanders. However, who cares? Who gives a shit? Madden Simulation sucks anyways. We built a filthy roster here, so I feel like I did my job. This team is very good and should only keep getting better because Kerry Parker's been an MVP candidate both of the last 2 years and is still only probably 24, maybe 25. Yeah, still only 24. Paxton at right tackle, Tim Paxton, has been a monster. That was an amazing top 5 pick. I suck at top 5 picks normally, but that was a good one. This defense is good and it's still relatively young, so if I had the time to keep going, this could get even better, but unfortunately, that is going to be the end of today's rebuild. Did very well considering this was a 0 overall team to start out, up to an 88 now, which is, I guess, tied for the best roster in the NFL with the Chiefs. So from 0 overall to tied for the best, I would say I did pretty all right. But that's going to be all for today's video. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you all like so much for watching. Again, absolutely massive thank you for 10K. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. The goal's 50K by the end of the year. Sounds crazy, but I thought 10K was crazy and we hit it like halfway through the year. And again, 1,500 likes and I can do a part 2 or another special fun rebuild if you have a good idea. And I'll do another fun special video once we hit 11K, but I'm rambling. Thank you all so much for watching, and with that, I'll see y'all again in the next video. Goodbye.